That's what we're doing it for. We want to kick ass, don't we? Be really honest, all of them. They're all really good matchups. If you're a boxing man, you love all these matchups. They're even money, all of them. And the main event is something absolutely superb. 4 belts on the line. 2 guys got perfect records, and one of them's got the perfect record. Was it 20 fights and 20 knockouts? I mean, this is something extra special.
So do you think this is a format that we'll be seeing a lot in boxing going forward, these sort of 5v5, more tournament style cards?
I'm quite sure Matchroom are going to want a rematch after we kick their ass.
And is that something we can expect to see over here?
I hope so.
Okay, very good, thank you very much.
Frank, the roar from Team Shiraz when you announced him as captain, I mean, what was the thinking behind that?
Look, he's been with us, I mean, a lot of the guys have been with us from the beginning. He's been with us from the beginning, and he's been, for me, he's done everything we've asked of him, and I think he's looked superb in his last few fights. And he is a natural leader, and he's a smart dresser, so he's the guy who got the nod.
Definitely, and Nick Ball as well gets his second world title shot in a row. I mean, massive fight for him.
That should be a unification fight. That's what that should be. He got robbed, but he's getting another chance to get back in there and fight for a belt, and he's literally going to grab it and take it with both hands, literally with both hands.
Massive opportunity for Willie Hutchinson as well. I mean, kind of a curveball coming on this card as well.
I think he comes for, you look at his background, world amateur champion, the most decorated amateur from Scotland. He had one loss with Blip. He's come back with 4 good wins, and he's been rewarded for getting back in, getting his career back in the groove. He's in a tough fight, but be one of those great domestic bust-ups that we're all looking forward to.
Cheers, Frank.
Frank, after years of rivalry and beef with Eddie Hearn, I know you've kissed and made up right now, but how much would it mean on June the 1st when you beat him? How much will that mean after all these years?
That's what we're doing it for. We want to kick ass, don't we? We're both competitive. The boxers are competitive. Nobody wants to lose this. We all want the bragging rights, and I'm delighted we're doing it. And I think it's taking boxing to a new level. The cooperation, which has all been instigated by His Excellency and his thought and vision, we're managing to get this going, and the people who are benefiting are the fans.
Frank, what do you think of Eddie Hearn working with Deontay Wilder? Maybe a few years back we never thought we would see the day of that, considering the negotiations between Josh and Wilder were here, there, 90%, 95% and all that, but now the day has come and he's against you, Frank.
Well, who would have thought that? And who would have thought that Eddie Hearn and I would be working together to put events on? Mm-hmm. That's what the world we're in at the moment, and it's brilliant. It's great for the fight game. We've got a good fight there between him and our man Zhang. It's going to be something extra special, and you're going to get Eddie cheering him on. That's brilliant.
It feel like it's the right time for Dubois, for the confidence from the Jarrell Miller fight. It's a tough fight still though against Hrgovic.
It's a very tough fight against a guy who's the mandatory challenger for the IBF. He's undefeated, and they sparred years ago, but I think he was about 17 then. But having said that, sparring's one thing, in the ring's a different thing, and I think coming off of that fight, which was a great confidence builder against Baby Miller, I think he's in a good place, and I do fancy him in it.
Did you consider putting him as captain?
I considered all of them. At the end of the day, I've gone with what I've gone with, and that's it.
What's the situation with Zhilei Zhang right now in terms of his contract? How long has he got on his contract left?
He's with Queensberry, and that's it. The rest is confidential.
Fair enough. Can I ask you the situation with Antiar? Has that moved any further with the conversations that you've had?
No, I haven't had a chance. We've been busy this week. We've not heard back from them, so we'll try and pick up on that tomorrow.
Frank, what do you think of, obviously Wilder's joining Eddie Hearn, but Wilder being captain for Eddie Hearn for Team Matchroom, what do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea and a good choice for him, and we will see. It's a great fight, as I just said. It's a fight. Both guys' careers on the line, really. They're not getting any younger, like most of us, but they're not getting any younger as fighters. And the loser, neither of them want to be a loser, but there will be a loser and there'll be a winner, and the winner will go on to get a seat, as I always say, at the big table, and the loser's going to have a hard climb back.
Both of them have that common opponent that lost against Joseph Parker. Yeah. What do you think Joe Parker goes from here with all the call-outs he's been making?
Well, he's been making some funny videos. They've been brilliant, and he's getting his name out there, which is what it's all about, promotion. We'll see here, something to be announced for him very soon.
And that winner of Dubois Hrgovic, is there a potential fight that the winner faces Anthony Joshua?
We will see. Stranger things have happened.
Frank, first of all, for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartan's Law. Eddie made a bit of a joke up on stage saying that his boys are going to wipe the floor with you. You've chosen Hamza Shiraz to be your captain. You've been around a lot longer than Eddie, so who's the pressure on more to win this Robin Round tournament?
Fighters.
No, and in terms of the promoters, yourself or Eddie?
The fighters, because they're going to get it from the promoters if they get beat. We want to win. They don't want to let the team down. No one wants to let the team down. It's a team effort. It's Queensberry v Matchroom. Nobody wants to let anybody down.
Was he all surprised with Eddie's choice to select Deontay as his captain?
No, I didn't really think about it, to be quite honest. He selected his captain, and that's his choice. And it's whether it's going to help him or not, I don't know. I think Zhang's really looking good. He's chomping at the bit. But Deontay can't afford to lose either. I mean, he's coming off that, a loss which was a pretty lacklustre performance last time out. So he's got to get his mojo back and do the business. So we'll see.
Can we perhaps maybe expect to see this type of card again, perhaps maybe in the UK?
I would hope we could do something. We'll see. Let's get this one out of the way first of all.
One final one, Frank. John Fury is working closely with Tyson. We've seen in a few training clips on social media. Who does Tyson listen to? Does he listen to Sugar or does he listen to John? Because we know John's a character and he has his ways around Tyson.
He listens to everybody. He knows everybody there's got his best interest.
Okay, Frank, thank you for your time.
Frank, when you hear a fighter like Deontay Wilder say it's last chance, last dance for him, what signal does that send?
What is it? What?
When he says this is his last chance, last dance for him, what signal does that send? Is it a signal of weakness, maybe?
It sends me a signal that he knows how important this is for him, and he knows he's got to deliver. He's got to throw everything at it. So he's a dangerous man. He's a dangerous man anyway. He catches anybody. He's a phenomenal puncher. So it is last chance for him. So he's going to have to bring his best and have to be his best. But my man's very confident.
Would any of these fighters be considered for the September 5v5, Frank?
Let's see how this one goes.
Is it possible though?
Anything's possible in this world at the moment we're living in. It's exciting times.
Frank, we saw the Undisputed belts for the first time with the legend, Roberto Duran. Just talk to me, we're getting closer to that fight week now, Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. Tony Bellew saying, listen, Tyson, he's only got a puncher's chance against Usyk, being a former opponent. What do you make of that sort of comment?
What do I make of his comment? Well, he's entitled to his view, like everybody. He'll be proved wrong there.
Frank, I know that, so you've got to go, but just a quick word on Willie Limond, who passed away, unfortunately.
In all this, and Eddie, did start off the press conference by saying how sorry the boxing was. His son signed with me, Drew, about a couple of weeks ago. He came down with him, and I couldn't believe it when I heard the news. But from me, everybody at Queensberry, everybody in the world of boxing, we send our sincere condolences to his family, and I hope that in this tragic and terrible time that the lovely memories they have of him will give him some comfort for their loss.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.